Watch this entire video to understand the full meaning of Candlemas. Click on the links in the description below for more information. Candlemas, the light returns. It seems quite impossible that the holiday of Candlemas should be considered the beginning of spring. Here in the heartland, February the 2nd of May see a blanket of snow mantling the mother. Or, if the snows have gone, you may be sure the days are filled with drizzle, slush and steel-gray skies, the dreariest weather of the year. In short, the perfect time for a pagan festival of lights. And as for spring, although this may seem a tenuous beginning, all the little buds, flowers and leaves will have arrived on schedule before spring runs its course to Beltane. Candlemas is the Christianized name for the holiday, of course. The older pagan names were Imbolc and Oimelc. Imbolc means, literally, in the belly of the mother. For in the womb of Mother Earth, hidden from our mundane sight but sensed by a keener vision, there are stirrings. The seed that was planted in her womb at the solstice is quickening and the new year grows. Oimelc means milk of ewes, for it is also lambing season. The holiday is also called Brigid's Day, in honor of the great Irish goddess Brigid. At her shrine, the ancient Irish capital of Kildare, a group of 19 priestesses, no men allowed, kept a perpetual flame burning in her honor. She was considered a goddess of fire, patroness of smithcraft, poetry and healing, especially the healing touch of midwifery. This tripartite symbolism was occasionally expressed by saying that Brigid had two sisters, also named Brigid. Incidentally, another form of the name Brigid is bride, and it is thus she bestows her special patronage on any woman about to be married or handfasted, the woman being called bride in her honor. The Roman Catholic Church could not very easily call the great goddess of Ireland a demon, so they canonized her instead. Henceforth, she would be Saint Brigid, patron saint of smithcraft, poetry and healing. They explained this by telling the Irish peasants that Brigid was really an early Christian missionary sent to the Emerald Isle, and that the miracles she performed there misled the common people into believing that she was a goddess. For some reason, the Irish swallowed this. There is no limit to what the Irish imagination can convince itself of. For example, they also came to believe that Brigid was the foster mother of Jesus, giving no thought to the implausibility of Jesus having spent his boyhood in Ireland. Brigid's holiday was chiefly marked by the kindling of sacred fires, since she symbolized the fire of birth and healing, the fire of the forge, and the fire of poetic inspiration. Bonfires were lighted on the beacon tors, and chandlers celebrated their special holiday. The Roman Church was quick to confiscate this symbolism as well, using Candlemas as the day to bless all the church candles that would be used for the coming liturgical year. Catholics will be reminded that the following day, Saint Blaise's Day, is remembered for using the newly blessed candles to bless the throats of parishioners, keeping them from colds, flu, sore throats, etc. The Catholic Church, never one to refrain from piling holiday upon holiday, also called it the Feast of the Purification of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It is surprising how many of the old pagan holidays were converted to Marian feasts. The symbol of the purification may seem a little obscure to modern readers, but it has to do with the old custom of churching women. It was believed that women were impure for 6 weeks after giving birth. And since Mary gave birth at the winter solstice, she wouldn't be purified until February 2nd. In pagan symbolism, this might be retranslated as when the Great Mother once again becomes the young maiden goddess. Today, this holiday is chiefly connected to weather lore. Even our American folk calendar keeps the tradition of Groundhog's Day, a day to predict the coming weather, telling us that if the groundhog sees his shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of bad weather, i.e., until the next old holiday, Lady Day. This custom is ancient. An old British rhyme tells us that, if Candlemas Day be bright and clear, there'll be 2 winters in the year. Actually, all of the cross-quarter days can be used as inverse weather predictors, whereas the quarter days are used as direct weather predictors. Like the other high holidays or great Sabbats of the witches' year, Candlemas is sometimes celebrated on its alternate date, astrologically determined by the sun's reaching 15 degrees Aquarius, or Candlemas Old Style. Another holiday that gets mixed up in this is Valentine's Day. Ozark folklorist Vance Randolph makes this quite clear by noting that the old-timers used to celebrate Groundhog's Day on February 14th. This same displacement is evident in Eastern Orthodox Christianity as well. Their habit of celebrating the birth of Jesus on January 6th, with a similar post-dated shift in the 6-week period that follows it, puts the Feast of the Purification of Mary on February 14th. It is amazing to think that the same confusion and lateral displacement of one of the old folk holidays can be seen from the Russian steppes to the Ozark Hills, but such seems to be the case. Incidentally, there is speculation among linguistic scholars that the very name of Valentine has pagan origins. It seems that it was customary for French peasants of the Middle Ages to pronounce a g as a v. Consequently, the original term may have been the French galantine, which yields the English word gallant. The word originally refers to a dashing young man known for his affairs d'amour, a true gallant. The usual associations of Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day make much more sense in this light than their vague connection to a legendary Saint Valentine can produce. Indeed, the Church has always found it rather difficult to explain this nebulous saint's connection to the secular pleasures of flirtation and courtly love. For modern witches, Candlemas may then be seen as the pagan version of Valentine's Day, with a de-emphasis of hearts and flowers and an appropriate re-emphasis of pagan carnal frivolity. This also realigns the holiday with the ancient Roman Lupercalia, a fertility festival held at this time, in which the priests of Pan ran through the streets of Rome whacking young women with goatskin thongs to make them fertile. The women seemed to enjoy the attention and often stripped in order to afford better targets. One of the nicest folk customs still practiced in many countries, and especially by witches in the British Isles and parts of the U.S., is to place a lighted candle in each and every window of the house, beginning at sundown on Candlemas Eve, February 1st, allowing them to continue burning until sunrise. Make sure that such candles are well seated against tipping and guarded from nearby curtains, etc. What a cheery sight it is on this cold, bleak and dreary night to see house after house with candle-lit windows. And, of course, if you are your coven's chandler, or if you just happen to like making candles, Candlemas Day is the day for doing it. Some covens hold candle-making parties and try to make and bless all the candles they'll be using for the whole year on this day. Other customs of the holiday include weaving Brigid's crosses from straw or wheat to hang around the house for protection, performing rites of spiritual cleansing and purification, making Brigid's beds to ensure fertility of mind and spirit and body, if desired, and making crowns of light of candles, for the high priestess to wear for the Candlemas circle, similar to those worn on St. Lucy's Day in Scandinavian countries. All in all, this pagan festival of lights, sacred to the young maiden goddess, is one of the most beautiful and poetic of the year. Get more information on witchcraft, spells, and magic, by clicking on the resource links below in the description. Make sure that you like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel. Visit us at witchcraftmagic.com, and sign up for weekly newsletter freebies. Thanks for watching.